Hey there YouTube, it's MathBowler and welcome to my one of two Facebook purchases from the fall. So these are my fall Facebook purchases that I made, and my two videos, this one will be my trading cards and my other video will be the non-trading cards that I have purchased. And I think trading cards are more popular amongst all the folks who watch my videos, so I definitely wanted to do this one first. And I'm going to go in the order with which I purchased these fall items off Facebook. First things first, off the seller, there were two in-person autographed trading cards. There were $3 each shipped. So I got myself a Clint Barmas in a Rockies uniform and the manager Clint Hurdle in a Rockies uniform. I do not have either of these cards signed. A lot of the cards I have of Clint Hurdle I have sent to him with $5 donations and gotten signed TTM in the past, but I'm really glad to have both of these. I always like defense. Defense is sexy, so I liked Clint Barmas. And I have subsequently, after a brief moment of not liking Jordy Mercer because he wasn't Clint Barmas, I liked Clint Barmas, and now we'll see how things are going to shape out at shortstop. Not had a whole lot of consistency over the last few seasons in that regard. So those were $6 total. And then these aren't trading cards, I know, but they're team-issued photo cards, so I'm going to consider them cards at the moment, just because my other video will have a nice variety as it is. So I purchased these 3 team-issued autographed photo cards off the same seller, and we have the Jay Bell, and the other 2 are a little bit of a tougher autograph. We have the Jeff King, and the Bobby Bonilla. So that's pretty stinking cool, actually. I mean, I think these are about 4x6, and I do not have any of these particular designs. I mean, I have just a couple, so these are 3 real good ones to have here. So very, very good. And that brings me to my third and final purchase, which was a big purchase. Oh my goodness. I purchased this on Facebook, and 2 people who know me both contacted me, both wanting, saying I would have bought it, asking, it's like, well, I'm thrilled to have it too, and it's pretty cool. I mean, this was a good one. Now, whether those 2 people actually would have bought it or not, I don't know. It was $45 for the entire group here. I went ahead and paid the PayPal fees just in case, so $46.80 shipped for over 2,600 cards. Now, even if only a quarter of these cards are cards I can get signed through the mail or TTM, we're talking about 500, 600 cards here, over 600 cards. So I'm really hoping that's the case, because I paid $46, almost $47 for this, and if it turned out to be not worth it, that's kind of annoying. But what was so great is the seller organized these by pirate uniforms and not pirate uniforms. Sweet. The most organized person ever. Then from there, they're organized by roughly by years and sets. Every card was facing the same way. This was awesome. And like I said, there were 2 people who contacted me, kind of bummed out they didn't get this. And definitely tells you it's a good one, because buying pirate stuff isn't really all that difficult anymore, because people just don't pay for pirate stuff. It's true. Even Pirates fans don't really pay for it. Ask people who deal with Pirates stuff. Anyway, over 2,600 cards from 1980 to the mid-2010s. So this was like the breakdown that the seller had mentioned on the Facebook post. And I'll show you some of these cards here in a little bit. From the 1980s, there were over 1,000 cards, almost 500 in pirate uniforms, and over 500, I mean, the specific numbers are given, but there's over 500 in non-pirate uniforms. From the 1990s, there was almost 1,300 cards, almost 500 in pirate uniforms, and over 800 in non-pirate uniforms. From the 2000s, there was only a little over 300, so there was about 200 pirate uniforms and over 100 non-pirates. So of the over 2,600 cards, over 1,100 are in pirate uniforms, and you also have just under 1,500 in non-pirate uniforms. And the organization sold this. I mean, this was amazing. I mean, I just pulled out like some cards from the front of this 300 count box and the back of this, and you have your 91 Fleer. Looks like some 90 Score in there. You've got some 94 Fleer mixed in there, but like I said, these are all done by sets, and these are all the pirate uniforms. Toward the back, you had some minor leagues, your classic, and your, well, you know, whatever you want to call these. So, your pre-rookie cards here. I mean, these are awesome, especially if some of these folks sign. Roger Mason signs. I think Clint Hurdle's a part of that set. So there we go. There's like your your early 80s Pirates cards here. Working on up through. Saw some 84, 87, 88s. Oh, that's so cool. Here's your 88 Donruss, 89 Donruss. So it's like all these junk wax cards, plus some from before that, and some from after that. But the fact that they're all organized by team sets and players, can't beat this. I mean, I could have looked, if these were in a flea market, they'd probably be 10 cents a card or 25 cents a card, and I would have to, oh, that's cool. He's signing now. So there's like some 92 Donruss right there. Here's some older Fleer cards. But those are all like the over 1,100 Pirates uniformed cards, and then there's almost 1,500 in non-Pirate uniforms. And this is like the amazing thing, is that this person who went through his collection and just knew which players were former Pirates players. So for TTM purposes, and possibly in person once that eventually happens, which will be who knows when. I mean, I am in some really good shape here. I mean, we got some vintage. I mean, if you consider early 80s vintage, I mean, there you go. Of just players who used to be Pirates, or were Pirates, you know, just these are the non-uniforms. I mean, so much potential TTM fuel here. I have probably about 200 cards set aside for TTM purposes of people who sign, but I don't send right away. I spread it out, so who knows when I'm eventually going to sort through all these. That being said, if I'm in a situation where there's like a flea market or a card show and there's 10-cent boxes, 25-cent boxes, I can find people who legit sign through the mail. I'll still purchase some. Like I said, I have a couple people who contacted me, so maybe I'll hook them up with some too. But look at these minor league cards. Pokey Reese, I sent him a request about I'm going to guess 4 months ago, also with 3 cards asking if he'd sign a bobblehead if I sent. Never heard from him. I've gotten from him in the past, but, you know, people fluctuate. Roberto Hernandez, as a pitcher wearing a catcher's glove, he signs TTM. So these are just really stinking cool here. Ray Searage, Uncle Ray, yeah, Grant Jackson. I love these. Look, these pre-rookie cards. These are awesome. So, oh, there's a Clint Hurdle I was thinking of earlier. So in any case, yeah, I absolutely crushed this. And then there's also more that really don't fit into the boxes. I do not like those oversized extra bases cards. I mean, I don't even like the 89 Bowmans because they're oversized. Those are even too tall to even remotely fit into a top loader. 1980 Topps team set of Pirates. He really probably tried to crunch those into the boxes, but they couldn't take any more, I'm sure. And then you have some oddball stuff here. There's an oversized 83 Donruss. A little McCutcheon mini here, probably from Ginter or something like that. There's Freddie Sanchez. There's Omar Moreno, Jeff Robinson, Rick Russell. That's cool. Oh, there's more of those. So I'll get signed. Just really cool stuff here. Yeah, so these were the 3 separate fall Facebook purchases that I made, and my other video is going to have the non-trading card purchases from the fall Facebook purchases, and that'll be coming up. So I post a video every Monday, a TTM video, and then I also post a video on Wednesday and on the weekend, kind of like, you know, like this, but $46.80. Who knows when I'll eventually get around to all this. But like I said, I'm hoping that a quarter of these cards I can send through the mail. And usually I don't send to no-namers, but if they're Pirates, well, they're at least on the list. They're just not a priority. But I'm good to go for Pittsburgh Pirates TTM fuel. But that being said, I am going to give some of these to a couple people here. But in any case, I'm super excited, and feel free to let me know in the comments below what you think. I always appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Take care.